What up? What up? What up? What up? Uh, y'all know already that we weren't here last week. I had shit to do. Eric gave me the third degree in a text message and told me like, "What the hell, yo?" But I had things to do. He understands it. Y'all understand it. So, um, welcome to the pod. Of course, Big E's with me. Um, you already know what I had to do. If y'all saw the social medias, I had to do Xander's graduation party. Now, mind you, the week before that, prior, I had my niece Riley's graduation party. Shout out to Riley. Congratulations in graduating college. But I'm going to touch on something real quick before we go into Xander's. And Eric was there. His lovely wife, Donna. Daughter, Jane, was there. Randy was there. And I pinpointed and couldn't believe it because I thought this trend has died with my father, but it hasn't. Apparently, he's still out there rocking them party socks like it's 19 fucking 80s fucking two. I just never had enough time to put it on here to put the post up and be like, look at this guy right here. He did. I pointed it right out to Eric and I was like, look at his feet. Look at his feet. And he had the gray tall socks on. And I was like, typical dad. You know, all he needed was those Air Monarchs and he would have been fit as a fiddle. He'd have started working on a lawn or a
I was
project in
about
the
to say, if
house.
you had the white ones with a little bit of green tint from the grass,
Yeah, bro. They would have been here. Everybody, I'd have been like, look, he legit wear them shits. But yeah, what I didn't understand, and we'll flip flop between both parties, is he comes to Xander's graduation in jeans. Like, yo, now for those don't get it confused, we're gonna cycle back and forth between both parties. So Riley's party was nice. It was in this little hall adjacent to a bar. Side note, if your autistic kid can't handle the pressure and all the people in there, he's going to the bar.
he went to the park.
Yeah, we were setting up and getting things ready, and Xander didn't. There was too much noise for him. So what's he do? Shoots over to the bar. Nice, cool in that bar. It was wonderful. He was in there playing shuffleboard for about I don't know the whole day, basically. Then he ended up playing pool with some of the guys. But when I checked in on him the first time, I couldn't see him. And I was like, hey, where are you? Oh, I'm over here. He's behind the bar. He's sitting there trying to like look around at things. I was like, please no. Please, like, what are you doing? Don't grab a high noon. If you grab something, make sure it's non-alcoholic. Or if anything, please play with the soda gun. And then finally, get the fuck from behind there.
Yeah.
Like so uh he had a good time, which was funny because my cousin Tyler hits $100 on a goddamn slot machine, which was fucking hilarious. Well, my other cousin Nico, shout out Nico, lost $25. Damn shame, damn shame. We had
And
Riley,
when
we had Riley themed drinks that were they weren't bad. One was way too sweet. There was that blue one on my thing. Uh, I grew up on Jameson and ginger ale. They like Jameson and Coke. Yeah, I'll run it back again. Jameson and Coke. Now, I ain't gonna lie. After sipping it, it hits. It works, but I'd much rather prefer a Jameson and ginger ale. That's
yeah,
just me. I'm old school. That's just where my mind goes. But all in all, good time. Had a wonderful time. Uh, little hot outside, but not to the equivalency of Xander's. So,
no, Riley's was all right
but
outside. I mean,
when we get into Xander's,
yeah, like you said, like the hall had AC and shit going,
yeah,
which was nice. And like you said, your dad. I mean, he had on the
he
jorts
had the
and the
party
party.
sock paws on, bro, and the
They,
jorts.
they they had the party socks on and the jorts, and like I said, then the next shindig, weather
Oh
didn't
my God!
cooperate.
See, look at this hole.
It was not cooperating.
It's not cooperating. It's foul. By the way, that's my tit leaking. Just so people think I'm lactating. All right. So don't worry about me. I just lactate on the job. All right. But so we get to Xander's and we got there early. It was a little muggy out. So we opened like the barn doors or the barn windows, got some airflow going in there. That that really didn't help. That didn't. Because it was so muggy, kind of partial rain still, that it kind of stayed around. So I'm just gonna address North Park right now. Okay. We have a problem. Okay. Uh let's just run it back. I went to my man here's daughter's graduation. It's hot as balls. I do my son's graduation. It's a little bit cooler, still hot as balls. North Park, get your shit together and get your AC going on, man. Like seriously, when you have these big events and you know people are gonna use them for like wedding receptions, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, etc., family reunions, why you gotta have it so fucking hot? Like, why do you, why don't you at least open it up? Like, I think they could have opened those screen doors up, like not the screen door, but like them windows,
Yeah.
like the night before. You know what I mean? Who's really gonna be in that fucking park? All right.
Well, I was kind of shocked too. The fact that so you guys used above the ice skating rink, which I assumed would have had AC in it.
Yeah.
Like Jane's party was at one of the old barn buildings, which to an extent I get, but like it's the
Yep.
fucking ice skating rink. Like, come
Yeah.
on. We
Now
found
you know
we
damn well underneath of that was probably air conditioned. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No. And then the worst. Hold on, before my drink down because it started getting that shitty. The worst fucking part was killing me is they had that number, and I showed you when you showed up. Hey, there's this number over here to call, and they'll send somebody out to come do it. And you and I were looking at it, and you said this looks like one of that TV show doctor thing you watch, which does it did look like a Doctor Who thing.
It
It
did.
did. But my thing was so it had this number on there. So shout out Ashley. She calls the number and it just continues to ring. And then she leaves like a voicemail. Hey, blah 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 blah. Nothing. I try it. Same deal. And this before I started getting Xander's playlist like going before I couldn't use my phone. I think they did it on purpose because also there there was no reception. They set us up. They set us all the fuck up. They did. They really fucking did.
Yeah, because like I said, we found the controls, and I don't know if you know, there was another control on the other wall, like over by where your dad and mom and them were sitting.
Yes.
There was another control over there that looked a little bit more put together compared to the other one. Because
Well, one looked like it was from like a little
that first
bit.
one looked like there was pieces missing.
That first one looked like one of them, like a Resident Evil fucking puzzle that you needed three more things to put it all together to get air conditioning.
So when I saw the other one and I was checking that one out, it under the case, under the case, it did look like the first one, and it did look like there was like probably some type of key or little wrench type thing that they must need to turn those little dials that we were trying to turn.
See, that's what drives me nuts because it's almost like it, I hate to compare it that way, but like a woman going into labor and they're looking for their doctor, and
Yeah,
when it's crunch time, the doctor don't show up, or it's a
yeah.
different doctor or something like that. That's what that reminded me of. Like it's the day of, and nobody can get a hold of fucking anybody, not a park ranger, nobody, nothing.
That
And I
the
was like,
office building was right up around the corner, and there was cars in their parking lot when I drove by.
correct, but nobody would answer the goddamn fucking phone.
They didn't want to leave. It was hot
No,
out.
no shit. So at least,
They had AC at their building.
yeah. And they're like, fuck them people over there at the ice rink. You know, they sweltering their asses off. But I think all in all, like we made the most of it. We had those big fans. We had a
Yeah.
nice breeze coming in, like in the middle, which wasn't so bad. Plus, I had like the bottom of the steps doors open, so it had like some flow. And then I I couldn't believe first of all how many people turned out for it. And again, if you came and you watched the show or whatever, thank you very much for coming out. Thank you everybody that got him something, and we will have thank you cards very soon. But that turnout was crazy as fuck.
I mean, like I said, while we were talking off air, so I came and checked on you. We had to drop off some things to you, and then we had to run to a different party real quick,
Yeah.
which I was there a little bit longer than I was planning, but I was sucked in by a chatty Kathy that wouldn't leave me alone. Um, so I I got back to you guys, and I was like, fuck, like we got there, and I was almost like, damn, like I felt like people were like it was over. Like I was like, shit, did we miss the party? And you're like, no, it's good. I go, okay, like, but I mean, there was like, because there was a few people like, because it was mainly your family, which obviously I know,
Yeah.
and then I mean, I know obviously Ashley's main family, her mom, brothers, whatnot. I don't know if there was a few others of hers that I didn't know.
Yeah, there was like cousins and aunts and uncles, shit
But
like
then,
that.
like, there was a few where I was like, I don't. You're like, oh, that's a teacher. That was a friend and his parent, like, friend and parent, and that girl that showed up at the right as I was leaving.
Yeah.
That girl showed up, like, that. So, like, yeah. I mean, it seemed decent. I mean, again, I don't know what you were expecting or what your expectations were, or like how
Um,
you. I mean, obviously, you feel like it was a good turnout. I mean, it's like to me, it felt like the people that needed to be there were there. You know what I mean? Like your family was there. You know what I mean? Like Ashley's family was there. Like Brandy's mom was there. Shout out Brandy. Oh, I love that. That's my
Mama
girl.
Bun's fucking hilarious, bro.
That's my girl. Um. I mean, between her and your dad, I mean, I was having a good old time.
And
Uh,
then you throw in Darlene at the same time, and you're just like, this wedding's gonna be cold as fuck, bro. I'm telling you.
I felt like your mom was a little more chill at Xander's than she was at Riley's. Now, granted, at Riley's she was playing host. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like Xander's, I felt like she was a little more like letting you do your thing. It was a little more chill for her. She
Yeah.
was just enjoying the vibes and making sure shit was good. She was being a mom, but like I felt like she was a little more. She was a little more on the button when she we were at Riley's. Like,
When she was at Riley, she was a little more seasoned. We'll just
yeah,
say that because she was coming off like bang 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 bang, but then like when she came to Xander, she just got done working, and
uh,
so she showed up there, and she was like very like sympathetic, like I'm sorry, I'm behind. I was like, no, you're not. Like you're perfectly fine.
yeah.
Like all you got to do is tell me what's what, and I'll put it away and whatnot. And then she's like, well, where's Brandy and Ashley? I was like, they went to go get chicken and like the ice. My mom was like, I was like, it's like that. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, it's like that. She's like, nope. What do you need me to do? I was like, honest to God, sit down.
That's what I asked you that too when we dropped off those cookies and stuff to you guys. I was like, "What do you need me to do before I cut out?" And you're like, "We're good."
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
couldn't believe how good
"Okay."
we were.
And then I get back and we got Big Homie working the fucking bar. Got
Yeah,
him.
yo, for real. I even got to like shout out fucking Jason. Like, I, it was nice because like I just want to put it out there that there was times that I felt like I wasn't doing my part, and then Brandy and Jason were addressing me and Ashley, and just saying, "No, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
I
We
told you
got this
that.
part. Y'all go do this." And I'm like, "Uh, "All right," but I felt like I wasn't as involved, but I understood the assignment.
I told you that. I told you I think maybe at Riley's, but then I when we stopped briefly at the beginning or before. I told you, like, make sure, like, don't get too overwhelmed or too into the moment where, like, that you don't get to enjoy the moment. Like,
Yeah.
because, like, for ours, because, like, for Jane's, I was like you said, like, I felt like I was all over the place. I was checking on food, doing this. Is everybody okay? Trying to say hi to and give a hug to at least everybody that came and showed up because you want to, you know what I mean? Thank everyone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then, I mean, you guys, how many times? And I checked on you too at Xander's, but like at Jane's, you did you eat? No, I didn't eat. Would you? I had a slice of watermelon. What? That's all you had? Yes, that's all I had. So then when I checked on you, I looked at you. I was like, "Did you?" And you were like, "Nope." You even knew what I was gonna ask. I was like, "You better go fucking eat." And
Then
you're
you were
like,
like, you better fucking eat something. And then later I was like,
You
I
walked
had
by and had a
chicken.
fucking cookie in your hand. You're like,
I
"Look,
was
I
like,
got
I got this
some."
cookie.
I was like,
Well, what's
"Asshole."
funny is while you were gone, it was like simultaneously, it was like Brandy and then Ashley. They're like, "Did you eat?" And I was like, "No, I want to make sure that everybody's okay." And I kind of like trivial to you, like I wanted to make sure
Yeah,
everybody ate before we ate.
yeah,
And then Aunt Denise, shout out my Aunt Niece. She's in the fucking chicken looking for a drumstick, and she has one. She wanted a second,
yeah,
and I was like, in true Paul Chopek Jr. fashion, if she finds it, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to put it on her plate.
yeah.
And I shit you not, she found it. I grabbed it, I bit it, and put it on her fucking plate. And she was like, Paul Edward. And I was like, look, they said I'm supposed to eat something.
Yeah,
And then I looked over at Brandy and Ashley. I was like, right? And they were like, what? I was like, that's it. They know. They already know. And then she comes and gives it to me, and I ate a piece of chicken.
yeah,
I had that cookie. And then I mean, I finally ate when I got home.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because by
Yeah, but
that
that's such
time,
a long day. It is, and that's why I told you, like, you want to, and you know, you like you don't want to miss it, you know. And you
no.
get, and we think alike when it comes to these things where it's like you said, we want to make sure everybody else is okay. We're checking on people. We're doing the government thing. We're shaking hands and kissing babies. You know what I mean? Like we're politicking it up just
Shout
because
out Corey O'Connor.
we want to make sure everybody is good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I even felt that way too, and it wasn't even my party. Like I said, like because like I said, some of your people was leaving whenever I got there, so I was like, oh man, I want to go say hi to that person. I want to go say because there were some people that were carryover from Riley's to Xander's, but then there were also a few others that I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
That didn't come to Riley's. So it was like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go say hi to that person, and I still wanted to say hi to the people I only saw a week later.
Yeah.
Earlier it was like I still had to go say hi to Scoot. Still went and said hi to Charles and Britt and the kids. Like went and like I was like, my party. I'm going to sit the fuck down.
I swear that's what it was. Like,
But then I
I was,
couldn't. Like I didn't sit down because then I was like checking on you. Like I'm like, do you guys still need anything? And like I said, Jason was behind not the bar, but behind the counter.
behind the counter, if we want to
He
make more
he was
clarity.
working on the food and doing his thing, and I was chatting with
I
him.
got to point out right now, like for real, my hat off to Jason. He was on fucking point when that cake got low. When that cake got
Dude,
low, boom.
I I went over and I got a piece of cake, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And Brandy was like, Brandy said something about like commented back like, yeah, it is, or something like that, whatever. And Jason looks at me and he goes, oh, well, you got cake? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, there's only like one piece left. He goes, one piece left. I was like, yeah. He was like, fuck it, we did it. Cake's gone. Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
guess they,
Because he was
I guess
like,
they
y'all are
were
gonna end up
worried
with the
that no one
same.
was gonna eat it or something. I don't know what the
Yeah,
worry
he
was,
was
but
nervous about if we were gonna have all that cake to go.
I'd have
And
taken it. It was good.
I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, it keeps going. So I didn't. And then I think right around then is when I heard you guys and I heard him. And I looked over at Ashley. I was like, the cake's gone. She's like, shut up. I was like, mission fucking accomplished. I was like, that's all I really cared about is the
And the
cake.
last piece that was on the table, I don't even think I think I I don't want to assume, but I think it was Stersha's only because she was walking over and licking the icing off of it, but I don't think she was allowed to have the cake. So I think
Yo,
it was like it was on the dessert table, but she was secretively eating it without Ashley or her mom or grandma knowing. So I just
she's
was
so
like,
slick. She was
yeah,
so slick because she would run around and then come back into the dessert table and go and
yeah.
then get it. Like if she was getting a little pull to get her gums going, and then she was gone. And then it was so funny as she came. I think it was like the second or third. She only did it like three times. She came by the second time, and Ashley and I saw her at the same time, and we both were like, "Saoirse," and dude, she fucking swiped as hard as she could and fucked.
She
I
kept
was
doing
like,
it, though.
she was in it. She was like, "No, hold up,
So technically, if you say that that was her piece of cake, all the cake was gone.
yeah, for sure." Like I was telling Ashley like, because Ashley has her worries about Saoirse and environments similar to Xander's. I was like, I think Saoirse did fantastic.
Oh, she was cool.
Xander did great. The kids all did wonderful. Like all the other kids were great. Had a good time.
Yeah,
Like,
because that, like I said, that one girl, his classmate showed up at the beginning with the, you said it was like a grandma or something.
oh, that's Bethany. Yeah,
She, you could tell at first she was a little standoffish, the girl
yep,
was. But then I think she went over and was talking to your mom, maybe, or Brandy. She was talking to somebody else. And I'm like, oh, okay, she loosened
yeah.
up a little. She got comfortable. Like she must
She
have been
likes
something.
Brandy.
Maybe it was Brandy then, because it looked like she was talking to somebody. Like, oh, I recognize that face.
Yeah,
Like that's I'm walking with that, and that's who I'm going to talk to because her, the person with her was talking to maybe it wasn't you, it was somebody else.
it might have been Ashley while Bethany was talking to Brandy.
Brandy, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. And then was my man JJ there?
Yeah,
I thought when we were leaving, I thought I saw him getting out of the car and walking up with his parents
yeah.
because he had on like a jersey, a basketball
He had
jersey
a
or some
baseball jersey on.
baseball jersey on, and I was like, I think that's my man JJ, and I was like,
Then
fuck.
fuck you, we're leaving.
And
You
then
know what
when
I'm
I got
saying?
back, he was gone.
Yeah, dude. A lot of kids from his class showed up, and that was
And
really
he said there
cool.
was like two teachers there, two or I don't.
I think three.
Because I know that one guy, he showed up, or he was
Well,
there.
it was four. Four.
Okay. There was one, he was wearing like a gray, almost like an Under Armour t shirt.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I was like, who's that guy? And you were like, oh, that's a teacher. I was like, oh, okay.
Dude, it's so bad. I had to do that with my parents
Yeah.
because my parents, unfortunately, are like working during
Yeah.
bocce matches and track matches and all that track meets. So I had to break it down, and my mom had like this moment where she's like, "I feel so bad, like I don't know who Xander's teachers are," and
Well,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
"Yes and no, but like
they're
they're your
grandparents.
mom."
They're not expected to know teachers, but like, now it's horrible if you and Ashley and Brandy didn't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
that's different. I mean, the grandmas, I don't like grandparents. I don't feel like are expected to know the teacher.
Yeah,
That's different. Like maybe some friends or a classmate or something, but it's I don't know. I
but
but
to,
that's I mean, but then again too, like our parents are old school. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah. Well, the best part is, so his one teacher, Mr. Griggs. I wasn't gonna say anything on here about it, but it's too good not to say it. He comes in and we were telling everybody, "Hey, if y'all want to eat," that was crazy too. So to back it up, Ashley was like, "I'm gonna go to each table and tell them to eat." I was like, "No,
yeah, yell,
no." So I went to the back. I knew X was behind me, so I knew if I yell this way, I don't scare him.
yeah,
And I saw Sersha just went by my feet, so I knew it, and I saw to make sure where the kids were. So I yelled like, "Hey, we're gonna start eating!" So everybody started eating. I did the same thing with the cake too, bro. And I
yeah.
told Ashley, I was like I'm not gonna use my hood voice. Like,
No,
come on. So, anywho, they all started eating, and I was just like checking to make sure we're good, whatever. Everybody has food, shit like that. And Mr. Griggs is an African American teacher at Fox Chapel High School. Great guy, wonderful guy. He's going over to the potato salad, and I was like, I saw him in the trenches because I was double checking the food, and I said, "You gonna get some of that?" And he looked at me, kind of. I was like, "There ain't no raisins in it, bro." And he fucking died laughing. I was like, um, my mom, I was like, my mother makes it, and I was like, don't worry, she puts her heart and soul and some love into it. He was like, all right. He's like, I'll give it a shot. I was like, okay, hey, let me know. So he does his thing, comes back to me. He's like, Mr. Chopek, I just want to let you know that your mom's potato salad is exquisite. I was like, yeah, because still got no raisins.
Got a little seasoning to
It
it.
was like she actually we season our food here. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny is later I'm sitting there pissing around and shit, and Jason's following me. Like I'm on this side of the counter, he's on that side. We're walking together because I was getting something to drink. And he goes, "Hey, hey, hey! I just want to tell you, did like that potato salad? Your mom made that?" I was like, "Yeah, bro." He goes, "That shit's fucking great." I was like, you could go let her know, man. I was like, you could definitely let her know. I was like, there's some I was like, we season around here. And he was like, yeah, yeah. He's like, I see this, I see this. I was like, yeah, but you could go tell her. I was like, she always appreciates a compliment on her potato salad. But I was fucking crying over the Mr. Griggs thing because I saw the hesitation in his eyes, and I wanted to be like, you should just try it because whatever you think, it ain't. Like
Yeah,
it's definitely not.
quite the opposite.
Yeah, it's quite the opposite,
Which
my dude.
again, like I don't know if we've talked about this before on here, but I know we have had this conversation. Don't know if it's been on here. I don't know where this fucking white people raising shit comes from because
I
any
don't, I don't know
I don't
either.
I don't eat potato salad, but Donna and that does. And you know, again I think it's a generational thing. Like our parents, like again, like where I'm going to a cookout this weekend with my family for 4th of July, and it's like my mom's like, I got the potato salad. Like our moms know how to make potato salad. Like
Yes,
I've never seen fucking raisins in this shit.
right.
I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there going, I'd love to meet the white woman that put raisins in potato salad and fuck this up for everybody.
Yeah, they always say it's always one that ruins it for the bunch.
And really, it literally was probably one fucking woman who was like, "Hey, you know, it'd be great in this potato salad, raisins." No,
Yeah.
no, no, because some people do like a German style or like a mustard base. Where the fuck do the raisins fit in?
Now
Like,
I do have to admit I have had German style
yeah,
potato salad before because German style doesn't have mayonnaise in it.
no,
It's more
no
like a
vinegar.
yeah. I have had that, and that's not bad. I just don't eat macaroni salad or potato salad of that nature because I hate mayonnaise. So
Yeah, yeah.
God forbid a white guy hate mayonnaise, but
Mayonnaise pissed at you right now.
fucking eating it.
I mean, I had to, bro. It's in my nature.
You
But
know
like,
what? I don't want to change this up. There's real quick talking about like people and like different things. World Cup. I've been hooked on watching these fucking outer countries come to America and experience shit.
and eat.
Bro, I don't follow, but I've been watching because now it's in my algorithm. I've been watching this Australian girl and her fiance, whatever the guy is. I've been watching them go around and do different American things. Like I watched this girl him and her go to Walmart for the first time. Blew their fucking mind. Blew their mind. Like, and it was weird because they were explaining how things were in Australia compared to here, like grocery and food. And it's like, she went in and she found the Pop Tart aisle. She was like, I don't, she goes, we get 3 flavors in Australia. That's it. And I'm like, well, that fucking sucks.
That fucking, you know what
The
it is? It's
guy,
called a variety pack.
the guy goes, what's the Girl Scout flavor? And the girl was like, it says it's a cookie. And he goes, what's a Girl Scout cookie? And I'm like, well, fuck, that's right. They don't got Girl Scouts
Yeah,
in Australia. Like, I mean, they might have something similar, but they call it whatever,
yeah, right.
whatever. But I'm like, but it's just so funny. Like, they went to a gas. They went to. It wasn't. They did go to a Bucky's. That was an experience. But they just went to a gas station. They went to a Love's gas
Okay.
station, and she was explaining how they get gas in Australia compared to how we pump gas here, and she was so confused. And one thing that threw them both off is in Australia, their diesel is a black handle. Our it's reversed. So like,
It's
and
like green.
they don't have one. So like we have the black handle, and normally you just hit whatever regular premium whatever. They have a pump. They have a nozzle for every level of gas,
Uh,
but their diesel is black. So she thought she was gonna put diesel in her car, and then she didn't know how to pay for it. So she went inside and she was like, "I need to fill it up, but I don't know how much it costs to fill this up. It's a rental car. It ain't mine." And they were like, "Well, you just have to guess." And she was like, "Well, how the hell do I guess?" So she overpaid, and they told her if she overpaid, that if whatever she didn't spend, they would refund it back to her credit card or whatever. And she was like, "Well, that's just weird." But then the next time she got gas, I don't know, I think it was like a Sheets maybe or something of that nature. She got somebody like an American, a normal like a normal person.
American.
They were like, "No, don't go inside." Like they walked her through like just paying at the
Paying at the
pump.
pump.
She was like, "Why the fuck did I know that the first time? This is so much easier than paying." Like it's been an experience. Like I'm like, and I know there's been shit on social media and on the news. Like the whole ranch dressing thing is like a phenomenon. Like,
Oh my god, yeah, like I saw the guy from, is it like Great Britain or like Germany? I think it was Germany. Where he's like, I'm buying up all the ranch and taking it back to Germany.
but then he can't get on the plane with it.
Yeah, but he can't get on the fucking plane with it. I'm like,
So
well, how the fuck are you gonna
somebody
get it?
somebody suggested that ranch should bank off of this and start making airplane sized bottles of ranch for these
Yeah.
passengers to get on the plane with.
Somebody had Chick-fil-A, I think he was from Great Britain, and he was like, this is amazing. And I'm like,
That girl and her husband had Chick-fil-A for the first time. And she goes, the only thing I could compare this to, she looks at him, she goes, "Babe, this chicken sandwich, you know what it reminds me of back home?" And he was like, "What?" And she was like, "KFC." And I was like, "Oh my God, an American will kill you if you compare
yeah,
Chick-fil-A to
right. But
KFC.
then like their KFC is better than our KFC.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's so weird. And then she kept calling it a burger. She didn't call it a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, because they call them chicken burgers.
Yeah, she just kept calling it a burger, and I'm like, and then when she picked it up, and I was like, "That's not a fucking burger. That's a." And then I'm like, "Wait, she didn't get a burger at Chick-fil-A." And then she thought waffle fries were the best thing she's ever had.
I mean, she ain't wrong there, man.
I
No
was like,
shit.
I'm just living my life with through these fuckers, like rediscovering America.
Yeah,
Like,
right. It was like, oh man, what do you know, ranch dressing? I was like, man, they're really falling in love with ranch dressing. I'm like, bro, y'all don't have ranch dressing? Like,
it was crazy some of the shit that she was comparing. Like her thing, like you said, the guy was trying to take the ranch back. She was trying to take cookie butter. She loves that cookie butter spread.
oh,
She wanted to take that back with her, but and then so I looked at her page. It's on YouTube. So I was looking at her YouTube page, and him and her were here before. They went to Survivor Series out in San Diego because they're WWE fans. But she was like, that was almost like a day trip. Like they came in, went to the event, and then left.
went home.
Like this, they're like exploring America and they're here for a while for the soccer. But watching her and him go through the stadium and like get concession stands, like she was like, we don't have this type of shit back home.
I forget, somebody was coming out of an In-N-Out burger and had like a medium drink, and it was like bang, like almost like that. And he was like, "This is the medium." It's an Italian dude. He was like, "This is the medium." He's like, "My family could drink off this for a month." I was like, "You
Oh,
sure?"
that girl's husband, he discovered Swedish fish. He
Oh,
was
for
like,
real?
what is this Swedish fish? He goes, what is so Sweden about this fish? And he goes, but here's the thing, it was one of them like 5 pound bags
The
with
five
the
pound
Ziploc.
bags.
He goes, I'm only here for well, they say holiday instead of vacation. He goes, I'm not gonna, I can't eat all of this. He goes, don't you people understand small portions? He goes,
No.
you guys have my favorite. It was an energy drink. I want to say like Celsius or something. It was an energy drink,
Yeah.
maybe Red Bull. He goes, you have my favorite flavor. I want one. It only comes in a fucking 12 pack. He was like, I don't want 12. He goes, and he made the comment. He goes, he goes, why is everything here in bulk? Why is everything in bulk? And this customer walking by goes, this ain't bulk. This is Walmart. He goes, go to Costco. That's bulk.
Yeah.
I was like, those people would freak out if they went to Costco.
Did you see what Costco's doing though?
No.
It's like buy now, pay later. So they're doing like you buy your groceries or whatever and you pay later.
What? Huh?
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I was checking it out. There was a couple headlines I saw today. Like I knew that that was happening. Costco was doing that.
Yeah.
I knew that Kroger's just bought out Giant Eagle.
I was like, we were sitting here. Jane, I had to take Jane to work this morning, and I was like, well, shake up in the grocery world. She was like, what? And I was like, don't worry, your company's fine. I was like, but Giant Eagle, they own by Kroger's.
Yeah. But now I'm over here going, now I don't got to drive to fucking West Virginia for the good fucking water. I like
Well,
it.
they said that they came out later this afternoon and said that like I guess Giant Eagle finally spoke out about it and was like, we're not changed. They're just it. It's just the offices are like like, but Giant Eagle's still staying Giant Eagle market. Like they're not changing anything. It was just I guess it was just more like a financial
But they should
thing.
throw in a Kroger here in Pittsburgh.
I didn't know that Kroger was here before. They were. They were talking about it on the news. They were like there were Krogers back in like 1994 in Western PA.
I don't remember that.
But they said that there was something with like labor laws or some type of tax that PA has that they didn't agree with, so they packed up and left. So and then they're based in Ohio, but that was that was weird. That was the way to start the day. And
Yeah.
then I know I know you're a hockey fan, but not a hockey not my kind of hockey fan. But today was the start of free agency,
Oh,
and
I
that was
know. My watch has been going ape shit.
I was like, yep, dude, I don't care. I don't anybody from UPMC watches this. I was on the clock working. I was working, but I had my tablet going with soccer. I was watching some FIFA, and I had another little screen going on with the free agent from ESPN coverage. Like I was multi-screened. I was covered for the whole day.
You were doing your own fucking red zone.
I was. I was like, fuck, there's too much. I was like, do I want to watch just soccer? I was like, no, I can't. I got to keep up with the fucking ESPN. But then, too, like you said, my phone's blowing up, and I'm like, oh, wait, I want to read more about that deal. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm just watching it. Like,
Yeah, right.
I had the multi-screen it today. It was a good day. The
Do
Pens
you
made.
know that I was asked on Saturday? Remember how we were fucking around about it, about putting Night of Champions up
Oh, at the party?
at the party? Do
Yeah.
you know Scott, when Scott got there, he's like, I expected Night of Champions to be up on the fucking screen
Because
over here.
we mentioned it at Riley's the week before.
Yeah.
We were joking around about it because I was like, because I got confused and thought it was the night of or the same time as Riley's, and you're like, no, 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 it's Xander's. I was like, oh, that's right. I just knew it was on during a graduation party.
Right.
And you're like, no, 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 it was Xander's. And I was like, well, fuck it. I was like, well, I'll bring a big flat screen and we'll hook it up at the party and have it running. And then, like you said, Scott was chilling there.
He was. And then what's funny is I saw Ashley's brother Dave. He's in his phone like real close. I said, you got Night of Champions on over there? He's like, no, there's no damn reception down here. I was like, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I shut my WWE alerts off on the ESPN app because I didn't want to.
I didn't touch mine. And then once we got home, I think we watched the first two and then watched the remainder of them the next morning.
We
But
watched it Sunday night. Well, after Jane got home from work, we sat and watched it. It
when
was good.
we when we walked in this door, I
How you walked in the door. Like when I saw you guys leave, when I left the party, you guys were finishing packing up. You guys were done.
cooked.
Done.
And when we like you guys left and we were like we did like the group hug and whatnot, and then I got in my car and all the adrenaline was coming off. And when I got to the house, I was like, no, no. And I told Brandy, I was like, I'm gonna bring in whatever I can that like needs to be refrigerated, and I'll
Mm.
fuck with everything else in the morning. And she's like, okay. And then her poor ass was sitting in front of the refrigerator loading pop because we all got a little something something when we were all leaving. We got
Hey,
fucking
I got
pop.
pop and a cooler.
You got the legendary fucking cooler. Like it was so funny when you put the cooler in there, and I looked at Ashley and I just nudged her, and I was like, "Bye, cooler." And then she's like, "Thanks for the memories." I was like, "You know how many concerts that fucking cooler's been to?" She's like, "I know,
I
I
was
know."
like, I can't get it in the fucking car all the way. I was like, I don't know why it won't go in. And I was like, oh, the handle's sticking up.
That's it. The fucking handle.
Jane goes, they did tell you the handle was broke, Dad. And I was like, I didn't think it was up that high that it was hitting like the
Yeah.
trim of my trunk. So I had to give it a little angle. I got it
I
in there.
still, I still got pop. Ash has still got pop and cookies. You have pop.
We do.
I think I gave you the chips from Riley's,
Which we
but
still had chips from Riley's already here.
right.
So now we
So
got more.
I'm. This was the best part of my evening. So we all get showers. We're all tired. We're all getting ready to go to bed. And Brandy and I are laying down in the bed, and I like, dude, everything in my body hurt, just like yours did for Jane's.
Yeah.
Brandy's fucking dog tired. Ashley's back was killing her, kind of like how yours does. Like you could tell her lower back was killing her. Brandy's lower back was killing her. My knee was fucking me up.
Mhm.
My shoulder got jarred on that wooden table, but I'm okay. We're just chilling in bed, just laying. And I go, hey. And she's like, what's up? I said, you want to do it? Bro, she looked dead ass at me and went, do what?
You're
I
like,
was like, nothing. Like I felt the vibe threw me into the front of the fucking house. I was like, got it. I mean, I don't have the energy, but I was just like in a fucking hilarious mood. I was like, you want to do it? She was like, do what? I was like, nope, nope, nope. Got to pick and choose your battles, Paula. Like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah. Then she was like, she said something like, I'll just lay here. I was like, girl, I can't even find fucking fester the energy to even go,
It's
what?
one of those things where it's like you have to do all the work, and you're like, no, I thought you was gonna do all the work, and it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
then you're
well,
just
there
sitting there
ain't
like,
nobody
oh well, I
working, ain't
guess
nobody doing anything.
we're just at a stalemate. You know what we should do? Go to sleep. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, but I just thought it was funny. I was like, you want to do it? And I just her reaction was just fucking hysterical. Do what? And I'm like, nothing,
I,
nothing.
I do that to Donna sometimes, especially like when I know it was like a long dialysis day or something. Like you said, you just know that it's not the right moment for that, but you're
But
like,
it's funny.
throw it out there anyways.
Just toss it.
Like, hey, you wanna? No. All right. Can't say I didn't try.
You swear to Christ, I felt the same way. Don't say I didn't try. I was like, hey, man, up, all right, okay,
Yeah.
I feel you. But now, like, my refrigerator has more sugar soda than non-sugar and diet, and I'm looking over there going, yeah, I didn't need this much squirt. I didn't need all this, the dirty Mountain Dew.
I got a good bit of the like Pepsi Zeros and stuff, so like I'm all right over here. But here's what I did. Talk about wrong time, wrong thing to do. So again, we were tired too. It was a long day on Saturday for us. Like I said, we were with you guys, and then we went to Amber's daughter's party, and it was just a long day. We was up and rolling, and I think we got home and watched. We just crashed out. I think me and Jane got showers, but we just zombied out in the recliners, and we're watching, I think, soccer. And I got up Saturday or Sunday morning. Jane had to be at work at 8. Took her to work. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like making breakfast. Grabbed a box of donuts. Came home, ate. And I'm like, Donna gets up, and I'm like, now I'm like prepped and ready to go. She's like, what? And I was like, just letting you know, tearing apart different rooms of the house and cleaning today. This is the mistake I made. Again, we filled this giant, I don't know how many fucking cubic feet of cooler you guys gave me with pop. Took up the whole top, I mean, to the max, side to side of top shelf of my fridge. I decided to take everything out of the fridge and clean every shelf and all the nooks and crannies. Like, yeah, that pop, that was, I should have waited to put that in there.
Yeah, like just looking at it like fuck, that's a bad idea. Yeah, fuck. All right, okay.
So I took half out, cleaned that side, pushed the other half over, cleaned it, and then put the half back in.
Yeah, I would have
By
did
the
the same
time I
thing.
got done cleaning the fridge, I didn't unplug it. That fucking alarm thingy kept beeping at me that the door was open too long.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck you. I hit the button. By the time I got done, those cans had so much condensation on them because I was
because the
like,
fucking door's open. It's just like sweating bullets.
I looked at Dawn. I was like, well, you know what? Shelves are white again. Like, I don't know.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I was like, why did I like? And that's what I mean. Like, I just, and again, that's when like the hot weather was starting to creep up on us. Not again, Saturday was hot, but like the shit that we're dealing with now. For those of
Yeah,
you watching, know happy 105, whatever the fuck it hit today.
yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck y'all are doing this for the 4th of fucking July. Like, for
Uh,
real, y'all gonna be toasted. Y'all better have extra sunblock. Y'all gonna be burnt to a fucking crisp. I didn't know that this was fucking the Armageddon from fucking Terminator 2 Judgment Day at this motherfucker, where all of a
yeah.
sudden I feel like I'm fucking Linda Hamilton holding onto the fucking rail of the fucking the fence, and I'm like dying atrociously out in this bitch. I'm sorry, my heat wave vent is over.
I feel like the Terminator getting dumped into the fucking lava
Yeah,
fucking
bro,
thing.
I swear to God out here.
But
Man.
yeah, like I just I was like cleaned out the fridge, doing other shit, like doing laundry. Like I just was like it was just like I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Wow.
Well, what's funny is so again, back to the party, my dad came over to me and my dad's plan was to come out here this weekend to work on my house.
I
And
was there for that conversation.
okay. And I advised him that's not a great idea because the weather is going to be extremely hot. And the last thing I need is my dad having a heat stroke or heat exhaustion or even myself outside because
Yeah.
he wants to go underneath the trailer and all this shit. And I was like, I don't think that's a great idea. Like, I really think this is a bad idea. So he finally looked at me. He's like, you know what? You're right. We're not going to do it. Let's just reschedule another time. Fan fucking tastic. Good job. I could only imagine him bitching, moaning, and complaining, being out in this the whole fucking time, sweating bullets, like pissed off at everybody in the fucking planet when this was his decision in the fucking first place. Yeah. And then had the nerve to look at me at that party and go, it's fucking hot in here. You are wearing fucking jeans, sir.
I know.
You're wearing jeans. Like,
I was like, did he think this was a fancy party? Like I don't know what
I have no idea.
he put on the good Levi's.
Yeah, right? Be like, oh shit, well, you got the shoes back on. All right, I'm right. I'm right. I thought you wore the black and red fucking monarchs to match with the Fox Chapel colors, but whatever's clever. But like, there was just certain moments in time. Like, so Craig and Jen got there. Shout out Craig and Jen. And thank you, Jen, for what you did. But I come over because, like, kind of like you, I was like, I got to spend 35 to 45 seconds with Jamie. Sat down, caught up with her for a little bit, got something scheduled with her. Then I was over there talking to Craig and Jen. But Jen, this was crazy, was sitting with my mom. And I was like, oh shit. And then my mom looks at me and says, you better thank your buddy's wife over here She saved me from going to jail. I was like, wait, why? And because like instantly I'm like getting that very like the one thing I didn't want to happen
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
And I was like, wait, why? And my mom goes, what do you mean why? Like you wanted her to have me go to jail? I was like, no, I want to know what the fuck is happening. Like, and I want to know. And my mom was like, well, and it was my dad. And I was like, that's okay. That's fine. She could kill him. And I was like, I thought, she's like, no, everything else is fucking great. She's like, but you know. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah. I was like, Jen, stay there, don't move. Like just and if you do switch it with somebody to take his coverage. Call Riley or Bill or Kevin. Have them come over and do a little lap real quick. Thanks. Just don't have them kill each other.
Yeah.
And then I went outside and I was talking to my mom later, and she was like, "All I needed was just one day. This was the last day I needed to do this." And I was like, "Well, I was like, everything worked out." She's like, "I'm not even talking about what you think I'm talking about. It's your dad." And I was like, "Uh, all right." Like, I don't know what to say anymore. It's like, all right. And then I felt, I felt bad, and I was actually like sympathetic for Ashley because unfortunately, some people on her side didn't show up, and some people that I invited didn't show up either. But my thing was this: that to me, at the end of the day, did not matter.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the people that wanted to be a part of Xander's Day showed the fuck up. That's it.
But you know what, too? Like, and we've talked about this off air. Like, when it all comes down to it, too, like, Xander could have gave two shits who was there and not there.
Did you literally see him?
Like, there was a few times that I tried talking to him, and he cold shouldered me, and I was like, "You little son of a bitch!"
He
Like,
was so overstimmed.
you know what? It wasn't even so much he seemed like he was overstimmed to me. It was the teenage. I don't feel like fucking talking to you right now. I'm not going to talk to you. Like,
Dude, I have a video where my sister Darian comes in and is trying to chase him and talk to him, and he's avoiding her in circling loops. And then I have another video of Jamie and Killian with him, and he's paying attention to Killian, but not paying attention to his Aunt Jamie. Like he he was really picking and choosing who he wanted to talk to.
I sat down with him. He was sitting at that table on the other side of like next to your mom and them. And uh I went over and I sat down and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "I wanted to let you know that I like your puppet over there." I was like, "His name's Xander Jr., right?" And he goes, "Yep." I was like, so I was trying to tell him that I have one. I was like, "You know that Uncle Eric has one." I was like, "Mine isn't as cool as yours." I was like, "But I have one too." So I'm trying to like explain it to him and talk to him about it. He just
Right.
looked up from the tablet. He looks at me and he goes, "Not now, Uncle Eric." I was like, "All right." So then I looked at the tab. I looked around, like peeked at the tablet. I was like, "Well, what are you watching?" He was like, "I'm not watching anything. It's pictures." And he's swiping through his cartoon thing. And I was like, "Oh, you don't want me to bother you, do you?" He was like,
Yep.
"Yep." Yeah, he was like, "Yep." I was like, "I'll catch you later." He goes, "Okay."
Yeah. Right. And
I didn't even get up and left. He got up and walked
dude,
away.
it's almost like you sit down for a meeting with somebody,
Yeah.
and it's like you want to tell them what's going on, and they're like, "Yeah, that's cool. All right. Yeah, all right. All right. You know what? Not right now.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about this." And then it's like, "I'll see you," and then he leaves from his own spot. You're like, "Oh, I was
Did
having a conversation.
I tell you what he told me about you guys going on vacation?
Oh, apparently we're going everywhere.
No. No. Quite the opposite. So
Oh,
I asked him, I said, "How are you enjoying summer now that school's over?" And he was like, "Good." And I was like, "You hanging out at mom and dad's and having fun?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You and dad are taking a trip, aren't you?" He goes, "We're taking a trip." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I was like, Dad said that you, him, and Brandy are going to go on a little vacation, and he was like, he didn't tell me about it, and I was like, well, you might want to ask him about that so you can plan properly. He goes, mm-hmm. He was like, the look on his face, like, Dad did not fucking tell me about it. Like,
He
I
was fucking
read his
checked out. He
through
was
his
like,
eyes that he was like, fucking Dad didn't tell me we were going on vacation.
and and I am the person. Xander's feeling like I'm the one that always has to know the plan and what we're doing. And these motherfuckers did a fucking trip without me knowing.
I know.
Not
He was
one.
like, it wasn't even so much that he was like surprised by it or like, it was just, it literally was like this, not even disappointment, but this look of like, like you said, like this motherfucker. Like, I was like, oh, and your dad was sitting there. Your dad looks at me and he goes, I think you started some. And I was like, he might walk over there and punch his dad. I don't know. Like,
Well, what's funny is in typical typical Xander fashion, Sunday, he woke up, comes like me and him are talking, and he's like, "What are we doing on Sunday?" I was like, what?" I was like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, what are we doing today?" I said, in my mind, I was like, "Motherfucker, this is it." Like, bro,
we got cars
dude.
to unload.
I was like, I got cars to unload. I can't move my knee. Like, uh, your mother, me, and Brandy just went through sacrifices for you. Okay, not to mention everybody else that contributed. Everybody else is probably a little banged up too. What? Like what?
Yeah.
And then I said, well, this is probably it. I said, what did you want to do today? Dad ass goes, I don't know.
I'm telling you. He
So
hit that I don't know. It's such the right spot with, and
yes,
like you kind of know to expect it because that is his so go to answer for a lot of things.
yep.
But it's like so like you know that it's coming, but you don't know it's coming. Like he
You
hit
think the
it.
conversation may or may not continue,
Yeah,
but when he does the, I don't know, that's it. Like you're at a stalemate because you don't know what to say next because you don't know. You're like, oh, um, all right. Like I do
yeah.
it all the time, and I'm like, okay, okay.
Like I know you told me that I know he went with Ashley and attempted to see Toy Story. But then you guys went and get you, him and Brandy went the day before the party or whatever, and you were telling me. So I knew that he had seen it. So again, I needed my Xander movie review, and I was like,
It was
Xander,
good.
heard you saw Toy Story. He goes, yeah. I was like, how'd you like it? I said, oh, what was your favorite part? I don't know. Or no, not your favorite part. I said, what was your favorite toy? Or did you have a favorite character? And he was like, I don't know.
Well, the best part is we went and so in planning and getting everything ready for Saturday, I had Thursday and Friday off. So Thursday, Ashley and I got all the pop water, like tightened everything up. Friday was anything last minute that needed to be done. Like we did the picture collage and all that.
Yeah,
But we did the picture collage after we had the spot for the movie.
yeah,
Because we went and ran somewhere in the morning and Brandy said, I suggested maybe Sunday we would have went and saw the movie. And then Ashley said, if you want to go see the movie, we could do the collage after. Bet. I was like, we have enough time, we'll fit it in.
yeah.
So we go, we see the movie. Awesome fucking movie, by the way. Then we're leaving. And he goes, all right, now time to watch Toy Story 3. I was like, dude, wait, hold up. I was like, wait, we're not even going back to 4. We're just going to skip over it.
Go
We're
to
just going to
three.
go to 3. Like, what is happening? What? Uh, okay. I was like, we got to go to Mummy's to do the picture collages. No, no. I'm
Oh,
like,
he didn't want nothing to do with
I
that.
was like, yes, we do. Like, I did this for you. I wanted to see this myself, but I still got shit to do. Like
Yeah.
I still got things that I got to put in motion. And he's like, okay, you go to Mummies and I'll watch Toy Story 3. I was like, where? Like, then he's like, dude, so we're driving to Ashley's house. Here he is watching it. I was like, oh, all right, cool. And then, and then that little shit that I love so much with all my heart, He-Man pops up on in the previews. I've just figured, fuck it, right? I said, hey, would you go see this with me? And he was like, absolutely, Dad. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And then I told Ashley that, and she was like, well, like he went and saw Superman. And I was like, I didn't think he would be interested in Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Superman is still. I don't want to say Masters of the Universe isn't relevant. It. I feel like it's still relevant to a certain age group and generation. But like Jane could have cared less to see that movie. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, I don't think. But Superman and the superhero world in itself is still so relevant because of all the shit still around it currently happening. Like, I think it is. It's a different. So like Xander still probably has like, oh, that's Superman. Yeah, I know who that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. But then, like, I should have thought about it because, like, I took him to see Tron Ares and he loved it.
oh,
So, and then I'm thinking, okay, the next time I feel this, like, intuition to take
just
him,
do it.
I'm just
Yeah,
going to take him.
yeah.
And then we're sitting there and he's like, can we see this? And it's the Minions and Monsters. And I was like, ah, fucking right we are.
Oh, that
Like,
looks dude. Especially because so we saw He Man together, and that we got to see. I think that was the first full trailer I've seen of it. I've seen little teasers and cut up like parts of like teasers, but that was the first full trailer when that fucking minion came out with the fucking clown paint on
oh, yeah.
and rips his fucking clothes off with a thong and he's running around with a chainsaw. I was done. I was like, that is fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Like,
that,
it was, it was quite the last 2 weekends. And
yeah,
then I put the post on social media. Like, I felt like I was done. Like, it did. It felt like everything went so fast. The month of June flew.
yeah. Because if you're seeing this, if you're watching this, today's the third. Tomorrow's 4th of July already. June's gone.
Yeah, go. I blinked and Xander graduated. Graduation parties. Now I'm here at the 4th of July. Bang. Just like that. And I'm almost at like a piece where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm good. And then I now know I have a baseball clinic coming up. I have one, two, three trips to plan by the end of the summer. In September alone, I'm doing Waldemere one weekend, wedding the following weekend, and then Splash Lagoon that following weekend. August, I'm trying to go to New Jersey
Mhm.
because Steph unfortunately couldn't make it to the graduation party. My cousin wants me to go to Virginia. I don't know when the fuck I'll do that.
Woo.
Yeah, I was like, you may just have to meet me in Jersey. Like, I don't know. And then this month is the only one that's kind of steady. Like, I don't really have too much going on, but like, I can start manipulating a couple weekends if I wanted to go do something, whatever. Possibly my Geneva trip.
Mhm.
If not, I might try to fit it in August. But I think July is more of the recovery month, and then get back into it again.
Yeah, July's not too bad for us. Like, we have 4th of July shit going on this weekend, and then
Yeah, I got nothing going on this weekend.
I didn't know what I was doing this weekend, and then I got told that I have to be at my sister's on Saturday, which is an hour drive, because my other sister decided to, hey, I'm taking vacation and I'm coming home from St. Louis for the weekend. Son of a bitch. So there's that. Um, and then yeah, and then after that, I know Jane has another grad party, but that's just for one of her friends. That's not like a major thing. And then yeah, I don't. I'm trying to squeeze the zoo in at some point. I want to take my nephew to the zoo,
Hey,
but
we
now
got our
it's
fill.
like
We know people.
we know people. I need to know a fucking weatherman that can control. Like I'm not going to the fucking zoo at 105.
No, bro, that shit ain't happening. I
That
love you
man,
to death and will do anything for you and your family. Not that day.
them animals will be rank.
No, I'm fit as a fucking fiddle. I am gonna try to see my other bestie probably in the next weekend or two, because we are trying to get together. She's unfortunately busy this weekend. You're busy this weekend. I may. It all depends. It really depends on the weather. We were invited to go to the Brentwood parade with Ashley and her family. But
Yeah.
if that weather is the way it's going to be, them kids are going to die in that weather.
Well, plus it's supposed to rain uh off and on. I don't know. Like it keeps changing. Like at first it said it was supposed to storm all day, and then now it's like scattered showers. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. It's. I guess it's still gonna be hot, but the humidity's supposed to finally start dropping. It's gonna be like 90, which I'm like, all right. Well, I mean that's 15 degrees cooler than what it was today, but
I'm literally
um
going to play it by ear. Like we're going to get with her on Friday in the evening and just find out what she wants to do. And I told her if she wants to go, great. If you don't, it's no big deal.
yeah,
Because she invited us to like a little cookout at her place afterwards, like after the parade, and then we'll probably just come home and chill the fuck out.
yeah.
But like we didn't have anything planned. Like I'm just excited to be off.
Yeah, I'm off. So again, a few people are saying this. Like I'm off today, Friday.
Yeah, if you're watching this, we're off today.
Yeah, yeah. I'm probably at the Wally World with my kid. We're doing a Wally World.
That's it.
Um, oh, and I gotta go buy the wieners.
I'm right now. I'm probably playing Final Fantasy 16 while I'm waiting on Brandy to get down here.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you this funny. Evidently, my kid and her people think that I told a funny joke yesterday, but I. So you're talking about taking trips. So Donna took a road trip yesterday. Donna went to Baltimore and back in 24 hours,
I
and
got to Ohio in an hour.
she
Shout out Mark. You know Mark. You
yeah.
know.
Um, so she went for a transplant evaluation, and one of the things they told her was is that she would be a good candidate for this new transplant, which is instead of a human kidney, you can get a pig kidney. So my brain started
Oh,
wandering.
that's all right. My brain's already braining.
So I said, so Donna's a pretty heavy snorer when she sleeps. I said, instead of snoring, do you snort now? And my kid lost her shit. So
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
my kid was so a family friend of ours saw Jane at work today, and Jane was trying to tell her what I said. And even in the process of Jane trying to retell the story to me and Donna that she told this friend, Jane still couldn't fucking get it out. And then my other question is do I have to worry that you're gonna grow a little curly tail? So that was the only two things that I questioned so
If
far.
I walk in your house and for some reason you have your wife up on your ceiling doing the Spider Pig song, I will have pee running down my legs so hard. If you're like, look out, I'll be
If
like,
the,
we're out of here.
if the camera could only see Donna flipping us off from the corner of the room right now.
Shout out Donna. That's great. That's fucking
Uh,
wonderful.
but no, yeah, we knew that it was like a thing. Like I've seen it in the news, and then like we get medical stuff like emailed to us at work, like medical journals and things that are happening in the medical world. And I always said like, well, fuck it. why not try? Like,
Yeah, you don't know
what
unless
the
you
hell? What
try.
other choices? You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got any other options. But that was the first that we've ever had like an actual a doctor tell us like, yeah, that's probably be a good idea. But the thing is the only hospital system that like the only place that's doing it right now is in Boston. So I gotta go up there to Boston.
Um, you need me to go with you?
Sure,
Can we play shipping up to Boston?
we can.
I'm
We're
fucking in.
we're gonna go find the Walters.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
mean, why not?
we're
I
gonna
mean,
go
like,
hang
hey,
out.
we'll just start reenacting fucking scene from The Departed. It's
Mhm.
okay. I'm totally down for that for sure.
Yeah, it's better than Baltimore.
Yeah.
Jeez, because we so this is the second time we've been to Baltimore now. It's been a few years since we went the first time, and the first time it was just me, her, and her mom. This time it was her mom, and dad. I with the holiday week and everything else, like it made it hard for me to get off work and not having time off. Um, so they went this time, and her mom was like, "I don't think I've ever seen a city like run down as much as this one has in the past." She's like, it's like even worse than the first time we were here. Like,
I mean,
as Baltimore,
that's Baltimore. Sorry, Jen. We still love you.
we love
We love
Jen.
you. Yeah, we love Jen. Yeah, and your crab cakes. They's I. Eric's not a fan of seafood, but I like crab cakes. It's delicious.
Speaking about like, I did you that was the other breaking. So again, I was watching the hockey coverage today, and it was breaking news. Did you see about the Calais Campbell from the Ravens?
Yes.
I was like, he sends the fucking squad over there to do a welfare check on his mom, and she's fucking dead.
Yeah.
And they arrest his brother for the murder.
Yeah. That
I was
was
like,
wild. I was getting that while I actually was on a route today. Like I actually full front to back route today. So
wow,
and we're getting back in the groove, man.
look at you.
I know. I feel like dog shit, but
You,
like
you and Gino. Gene just went back because he had that shoulder
yeah,
surgery. He just went back to work today.
yeah. Before we go though, I totally forgot about my mom's wonderful friend, Michelle.
Oh yeah. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Thanks for watching the show. Um, so my mom's friend Michelle, again, hello, Michelle. Low key watches the podcast without following and subscribing. I don't understand why people do this. Y'all know the drill. Like, follow, share, subscribe, yada 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 yada. Same with the snack time. Like, follow, subscribe, yada yada. You rinse and repeat. So it took Eric off guard because, correct me if I'm wrong, she was holding the door open for her daughter, or if she was.
No, no, she was sitting at the table, and I walked in from the patio area, whatever you want to call it, the deck.
Yeah,
And I walked in, and your mom was like, "Hey, you have a fan," and she pointed at Michelle, and I didn't know because I don't. That was the first I was even meeting Michelle. Like, this isn't, one of your guys' family friends that I know. I know most your family inside and out. I did not know her, so I was like, "Hi," and then your mom just saying she was a fan. I was even more confused because the podcast did not click right away into my brain. And I was like, yeah, I was just thrown by the whole, like, it was not so much, I was just trying to process it all and, like, put puzzle pieces together. Like, did I know her? Am I being rude by not knowing her? Like, did I miss, like, I couldn't put it all together. And then I don't know if it was Michelle or your mom, somebody was like, oh, the podcast, or maybe I don't even know if you had walked over at that point and was like, no, the podcast. And I was like, oh,
yeah, that because she was like, "Oh, I love your show," and I was like, "Thanks." Like it took me, it gives me like a second because I
yeah.
keep forgetting that we are on YouTube. So
It is
like before we
weird. Like,
watch it,
again, because for us, again, this is just, I mean, yeah, we know we're recording and whatever, but again, a lot of it, and we tell people this, those of you that know us, family friends that watch or know us and know that we do this. Like, again, this is just two friends bullshitting
Chopping it up.
and just hanging out. Like, this is no different than what we would be doing in person, on the phone, whatever. So, like, yeah, so to get, it's almost, I don't want to say it's like a habit or second nature, but yeah, like, I do forget too, like,
That we do this and
that
it's
it's
on
out
the
there.
internet.
It's out there, yeah. And then I see some of the shit that is on YouTube, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know. I feel like we should do the videos of unboxing shit because
Yeah,
how the fuck does that take off?
yeah. Like I, I, I found this one, and it got stuck in my algorithm, and I got so pissed off that I watched one video, and now it's in my algorithm. And it's not even a video; it's live. These live streaming shits blow my mind. I was watching this motherfucker scratch lottery tickets. I'm like, what? So I just go down to the local fucking Kroger's and get me a fucking scratchy off Bill Punk's Bonnie ticket, and people, but somehow these fuckers are getting paid to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, there was this one where this guy was like, again, it was a live. It's more the live stuff that blows my mind. Like, this guy was live on YouTube, and literally, it was like a 1980s toy, maybe 90s, late 80s, early 90s. It was that little paint thing, a little paint thing that you put a little like index card in it, and then it spins it, and then you drop the paint, and it like
Oh
makes the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this motherfucker was. You put in the comments what color you want. You pick three colors. He puts the paint in there for you, and then he signs it on the back and puts your name on it. And then it's supposed to be some like $1 million fucking art piece that he's giving away.
I mean, okay.
I'm like, how in the fuck are these people doing it? And this dude got millions of followers.
What kills me is if I pull apart the two and I have the podcast here and snack time here,
Yeah.
I literally get more views on snack time.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm like, I I try to differentiate the two. Like I try to like what's so different? I'm still the same person on both.
Well, but I think the snack stuff too. Like that's kind of how you guys even got into the whole even before you started recording and opening it. Like that was kind of a thing for Yins was correct me if I'm wrong, but like Yins had seen and watched videos of people doing the snack unboxings, and then it led into all this. But it's like so I know that that is a niche or a topic
Niche.
that people are into is the snack stuff. But some of the but I mean something like that makes sense to me. Like, oh, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. But some of this shit, like I
Yeah.
just I do not understand some of the video shit that I want. Like
I
it
think the next thing you and I are gonna do is we're gonna get little rotating fucking tables and
yeah,
we're gonna put our Funko fucking pops on it and let it spin and we'll talk about each one.
the, we'll make fucking killer numbers.
Dude, I've seen it on TikTok. Like on the live, there's a dude just letting it spin, talking about, oh, it's this one. And if you look it up, and I'm like, bro, I know that from the app.
Yeah.
Like, I know it from the app. So I'm like, what are you doing different?
So
So
again,
that we
like the
need a
one
fucking social media ambassador for our show. Like,
yeah, it's like in some of this shit too, where like they're making money from these. Oh, here's one. This one fucking blew my mind. Blew my mind. If anybody out there that watches us, gets caught up in shit on YouTube and you've seen what I'm about to say, please comment. There's this fucking dude and his girl. I don't know, wife. I think he says wife. They definitely living in a fucking trailer. There ain't no fancy shit. This motherfucker, he just sits there. Now his wife's sitting on like it's the same set. I've caught 3 of their live things. Again, they've showed up in my algorithm. I've caught 3 of these things, and it's the same fucking thing. She's sitting on like an ottoman type chair, and he's sitting on the end of the couch. And all he says is, he keeps saying, uh, comment with a bunny, comment with a dog, or comment like basically like emojis or whatever, like little icons. He's like, and if you comment with the bunny, she'll shake her bunny. And if these people were fucking commenting bunnies, and she turns around in her fucking underwear and starts shaking her ass, it gets crazier. And then she says, yeah, if you comment Big Daddy, he'll do the Big Daddy dance. This big fucking redneck hillbilly motherfucker stands up and tries to do like the fucking truffle shuffle and calls it the Big Daddy dance. Oh, it gets better. Every night, so they do this in the evening or whatever time, I guess, times I don't know where they're at, but they do it at night. Every night, he gives away 3 free tattoos. And I'm like, this motherfucker does tattoos? He doesn't give you a free tattoo. You win the rights for your YouTube, like, username. He fucking tattoos it on himself. He has over 1,000 usernames tattooed on his fucking leg from the fucking ankle up to the thigh. He
So
does
how
it.
do we get ours on there?
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he literally, 3 people, like, you have to comment something specific, and then he picks 3 random winners at, like, it's like 1 an hour or something. And yeah, and he will himself tattoo your username across. And I think if you pay, the girl will put it on her thigh. Now, I don't think she had as many as he. Like, his leg is like a full sleeve of nothing but fucking usernames. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
We, I think we're going about this all wrong.
I fucking got Ninja Turtles on my arm, and that thing doing shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah. We gotta figure out something.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Because we're like 139 fucking episodes all in all from snack time and fucking the podcast itself. 150, we're gonna change something new. Something crazy is gonna happen.
I don't know. It's just it's crazy. Like, I thought, like, the Instagram, because again, we don't do a ton of social. I don't do a ton of social media, but like on Instagram, I get it. I don't do the TikTok. I know crazy things happen on there, but like, I've been using my YouTube a little bit more than, like, I started watching shorts and like reels or whatever on there too. And it's like, some of the shit that I fucking come across, I'm like, how does YouTube even allow,
Yeah,
like the
that
shit that you tell me, all the jump roping and everything else you got to go through to get a video posted, and even to get the channel, like, our shit, approved.
yeah.
How the fuck are they?
Well, the one thing that I don't do that I think some people are doing is our show is not meant for children.
Well, so that shit that I watch ain't meant for children.
And now I think that if I did it one time, would it go into a kid's algorithm?
Yeah.
And that's what I don't want. I don't want to get views off children.
No. Yeah, because I just saw that was a big thing about that on the news. How, like, Snapchat or somebody's trying to, like, say that their stuff's kid protected, but I don't know, some angry moms found out that it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm
But yeah,
trying to.
no. And again, not that we do anything bad. Yeah, we
We
might
just
use
say
some
fucked up
choice.
shit.
We might use some choice words now and then, but
Yeah.
we don't want to be the reason that a kid goes to school saying, "Mom, kick my ass." Like, like,
Right? Be like, hey, are you doing it?
yeah.
Doing what? Yeah, Yeah.
Now, if a kid walked up to his dad and says, "Hey, where's the party socks?" That would be hilarious.
Or if a kid told his parents, if the parents were like, "Hey, you gonna clean up? Are you gonna clean up your toys or whatever?" And he's like, "Fan," I would die.
Yeah.
If he was like, "Fan, where'd you learn that?" Oh, from this podcast. What does fan mean? Fuck ass no, mom. I'd be like, "Oh shit, oh shit." But that's it. We're
But
done. We're done.
yeah, it's weird. But hey,
Yeah,
we just do our thing.
we still keep doing our thing. Hey, there will be a snack time episode this weekend. Speaking of snack time, yeah. So be ready for that. I was telling Eric before we went on air or live or whatever. Um, it isn't a blue box. It's like a bigger box, and Brandy and I will be going through it this weekend. So make sure you watch that episode. I'm thinking we're gonna have to go live. I think maybe we should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking see. Just post up on one Friday and just be like, boom, and just see what happens to the algorithm. Maybe we'll fuck it up. And we'll just start sending links to people, and then whenever they come in, just come in. I mean, fuck it. What what other choice do we have? Why not? Just, let's spice it up. Let's get it around 150. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get around 145. We're almost there. Fuck, we're banging out episodes quicker than I fucking ever imagined anymore. So I just ran into a hiccup. I got kids. I got graduations. I got a month of June. What do you want me to do? I did some when I can. All right? Shit. But Big E, Big Joe, later. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Stay hydrated. Don't get too fucked up. And enjoy yourself as always. Later.